Alright, here is the new and updated tutorial for the HD2 leveler. It's pretty simple from here. I do have to download a couple of things ahead of time. First things first that you're going to need is Python. So you can go to the Windows Store, and from here you can simply type in Python. And all you have to do in our case is grab this Python 3.12 right here and just click Get, and it'll install from here, just like this. Perfect, then you get the message down here that it's been installed, so now we can exit out of this. Next things next, we have to look up .NET 8.0. From here, the first link right here where it says .net.microsoft.com, it'll be Microsoft's official website. It'll bring you to this page right here, the .NET 8.0 page. From here, you're going to want the Windows x64 version. All you have to do is simply click this to download it. Once you have it downloaded right here, just click the file to open. And I already have it installed, but there should be a button down here that says install. You will need administrator privileges to install this, but once you have it installed, you can simply close it out. And then we can bring over to our script. So first things first, we're going to launch Helldivers 2. If you do not have the bypass installed, then simply wait for the gray screen to show up. If you do have the bypass installed, simply wait for the buzz, and that's your key to open up this batch file. So now that we can download this batch file, if you don't already have the dependencies installed, it'll automatically install them. If you do have the dependencies installed initially, it will open this up right here, which is what we're looking for. And while we're waiting for this as well, we can also open up the HD2 leveler.exe folder. Now that we're in, we're going to want to get ourselves a very simple mission. We don't want this to take more than 5 minutes. Alright, ideally you would like yourself a trivial mission, because it'll take you less time to complete the mission initially. And in addition, if you're just farming XP, it just takes a little more time if you use trivial, just to leave it running. Alright, once you've called an extraction, usually it's the wisest idea to grab yourself a common sample or two. This means that you will get maxed out common samples in the process. If you're doing this on a higher difficulty, you can also grab yourself a rare sample, and that will also give you maxed out rare samples. Alright, once you have extracted, simply come over to here. As you can see, we already have our mission end right here, so we can right click this, and once you hover over it to copy it, bring it over here to here on our HD2 leveler. Right click again to paste. Then we can hit enter and type in the word done in all capital letters and hit enter again. From there, that'll bring up this raw data.txt file, which is all the data you've just submitted to it, so it can read it. And these requests are being constantly sent back and forth. Now, because I've already done this before, I will still have a majority of my metals and samples from earlier, but I do have 239 metals here. So the solution around this is I'm going to stop this right here, and I'm going to exit out of Helldivers 2. And now I'm going to relaunch Helldivers 2. Now that Helldivers 2 has been relaunched, we can simply go over here, and you can see now I have all 250 metals, and these can be used just like any of our regular metals, so you can purchase any item that you would so like. In addition to that, my samples were already maxed out at the beginning of this tutorial, but your samples will be maxed out in the process, as well as your requisition slips. In addition to that, if you like to pick up rare samples or super samples, the same exploit can be applied.